Welcome back to the channel. This is a 2004 Corvette Z06, and today we are going racing, so I figured this would be a great opportunity to do the most useless science experiment of all time, checking our fuel economy at the racetrack. Alright, so the math behind this is going to be pretty simple. I'm going to fill up the gas tank, I'm going to reset the trip odometer, then the next time we fill up the gas tank, we're going to fill it up to the same full level, and we will divide the total miles traveled on the trip odometer by the number of gallons it took to refill the car. And as a point of information, I will be running all of these tests using 93 octane. So with that, let's start with our baseline. Prior to the last track event that I did, all of my setup was the same. I had the same tires, I had the same wheels, same suspension setup, and driving to that track event that was a little over 100 miles, I averaged 23.6 miles per gallon over the course of that trip. I then participated in that event and a number of things broke, most notably being the oxygen sensors. And those are critical for the car to know how much fuel needs to be added to the engine. So if those are not functioning, the car dumps as much fuel as it can to keep the engine safe, because having too much fuel is a lot safer than having too little. But as a result, on the return from that track day, I averaged 10.6 miles per gallon driving the same speeds on the same stretch of road. Since then, I have replaced the oxygen sensors as well as a couple other small repairs that I'll link in the description below. This fuel fill up is the first time I'm filling up this gas tank since doing those repairs, but I didn't do those repairs until the very end and I filled it up immediately after, meaning that this is just another data point for how the car was running prior to those repairs being made. So with that in mind, I traveled 103.0 miles since my last fill up and consumed 9.541 gallons of fuel at the same fuel pump, meaning my pre-repair average is 10.80 miles per gallon, which yikes. But the good news is this is very close to the 10.6 miles per gallon that I got driving back from the track, so if nothing else, we're at least showing consistent results, meaning that this is repeatable and relatively representative. So after this refuel, I reset the trip odometer again, made the 185 mile drive down to the racetrack, maintaining what I'll call a healthy pace on the highway portion of the drive, which was probably 2/3 of the 185 mile trek. So after this highway jaunt, followed by about 40 or so miles of back road driving, I then arrived at the closest gas station to the racetrack for our next fill up. Alright, we are 5 miles from the track. We are 178.1 miles in. We just filled up again, and it was 7.775 gallons. And doing the math real quick, 178.1 miles divided by 7.775 gallons of fuel gives us an average fuel economy of 22.91 miles per gallon on the trip down to the racetrack, which means that by replacing the oxygen sensors and doing a basic tune-up, we more than doubled the fuel economy that this car was seeing. Bringing us to another trip meter reset into the final phase of this test. What is the actual fuel economy on the racetrack? Like I said, this was about as close as I could reasonably fill up the gas tank to the racetrack. It was about 5 miles or so away. Then after I arrived, there's really 5 sessions that you go on the track. 3 of them are the actual track sessions. The very first one are guided laps, where you're kind of doing like a slow to medium pace behind an instructor who shows you the racing line, followed by the first real track session, and then after that they have a public paced lap, so a substantially lower pace, during which I had one of my friends driving and give me tips as an instructor. And the reason I mention those is that because those are a slightly lower pace and not full throttle for the entire duration, those 2 sessions are going to slightly raise our fuel economy average, but because it's a small percent of the total miles that we're driving, it shouldn't skew the number by too much. Bringing us back to the fuel pump post-event. And running the numbers for this final stretch of the journey, we traveled 116.8 miles and consumed 13.818 gallons, meaning that our average fuel consumption on the racetrack was 8.45 miles per gallon. Jesus tap dancing Christ. Why did I think it would be smart to check this? You know what? I did it for science. Let's go with that. So what, if anything, does this teach us? Well, first and foremost, how you drive the car is going to make the biggest difference in fuel economy over anything else. If you're at full throttle all the time, you will get less than 8.5 miles per gallon in a Corvette, whereas if you're maintaining a relatively constant throttle and doing a regular mix of highway and back roads, you can get closer to 22.91 miles per gallon, even if you have wider grippier track tires, which make your fuel economy worse. And beyond that, my baseline of 23.6 miles per gallon prior to breaking the O2 sensors shows us that even when things are running well, you can still gain almost a full mile per gallon just by driving a little bit slower on the highway and sticking to roughly 70 to 75 miles per hour instead of driving 80. And the other thing that we can tell from this information is that if your car is running terribly and you don't bother to fix it, you'll probably start burning through enough fuel to the point that it is cheaper to do the repair than it is to pay for the extra gas. Because once again, 10.6 to 10.8 miles per gallon when the O2 sensor was not functioning, that is less than half of the fuel economy that I got traveling at 80 miles per hour for a significant distance. Or worded differently, it is only 2.3 miles per gallon better than going flat out non-stop for the entirety of the gas tank with a gas-guzzling American V8. Meaning that you should preferably just fix your car, but if for some reason you absolutely refuse to, drive it like you stole it because apparently you're already getting bad fuel economy. So I'll be looking into a second mortgage to finance the insane amount of fuel this car uses, but in the meantime, thank you for watching.